you're sitting in a dark room in the middle of the night. Suddenly, your cat's glowing eyes stare at you from the corner of the room. It's as if he knows exactly what you're thinking. For a moment, you think to yourself, "No, it's just a cat." But deep down, a strange question forms. Could cats actually be aliens on Earth with a special mission? This idea may seem ridiculous at first glance, but when we look at ancient stories, legends, and even scientific behavior of these creatures, things get stranger than you think. 1. Ancient Egypt and the mystery of the sacred cats. One of the biggest clues starts in ancient Egypt. The Egyptians considered cats to be sacred creatures thousands of years ago. Not only did they build temples for cats, but they also believed that cats had a direct connection to the world of the gods. There was a goddess named Bastet, who was half woman, half cat. She was the goddess of protection, fertility, and dark secrets. Now the question is, why cats? Why not dogs or birds? Some researchers believe that the Egyptians came up with this belief because of the mysterious behavior of cats, but others say that this is too much like something that could indicate that cats came from extraterrestrials. Because glowing eyes, seeing in the dark, and even the ability to hunt silently seemed too unnatural for thousands of years. 2. Cat's eyes. A window to the galaxy? Let's look a little more scientifically. Cats' eyes have a structure called the tapetum lucidum. This layer allows light to be reflected even in complete darkness, giving cats many times better vision than humans. But what has surprised scientists is that the efficiency of this layer in cats is exactly the same as that of some deep-sea predators or unknown invertebrates. It seems to be designed for environments where light is very low, like outer space or planets with distant suns. And now the question arises, did this ability evolve for life on Earth? Or is it part of cats' extraterrestrial genetics? 3. Why do cats always know? One of the strangest features of cats is that they seem to always be one step ahead. Before an earthquake, cats show unusual behavior. Often before you notice something, they react. In Asian cultures, cats are known as guardians between worlds. Creatures that can see things that we can't. Energies, spirits, or even the presence of other beings. Where's the irony? Well, if cats are really aliens, then their sudden movements in the middle of the night, when they stare at a point, could actually be a video call with the mothership, or mental communication with humans. A lot of research has shown that cats can read human emotions. Not only do they react to facial expressions and body language, but in many cases, they can also correctly guess how you are feeling. Now let's look at a more bizarre theory. Some researchers believe that cats have a weak ability to telepathy. That is, they can receive thoughts and emotions directly. If this is true, then we have to ask, where did this ability come from? Why exactly do cats have this ability, but dogs don't? Maybe because cats are more than just a pet. 5. Cats and the story of space abduction. It gets even more interesting when some people report that cats were present during their near-alien experiences. Example, a woman in 1984 said that one night she dreamed that a large spaceship appeared above her house. She claimed that alien-like creatures came to her, but the strange thing was that her cat was sitting on the bed and was not afraid. According to the woman, the cat seemed to be communicating with the creatures. This story is just one of dozens of similar reports. This means that cats may not only not be afraid of us, but may themselves be part of those space missions. 6. The mysterious language of cats. Cats' meowing is one of the greatest mysteries. Unlike dogs who bark to communicate, cats meow almost exclusively for humans. It's as if they've developed a special language that only we can understand. Rivkavnana Delu, Narstint 30, 20, 25, 12:25 a.m. Now the big question, why would a creature design a language specifically for another species? Unless the goal is to communicate and understand each other. Much like what aliens do in movies. Learn human language to interact. A little humor. Maybe all these meows are actually a secret code. Meow! Port operation leaked. Get back to the ship quickly. 7. Strange cat dreams. Cats sleep about 16 hours a day, but research has shown that their sleep is full of rapid eye movement, REM. This means that cats dream a lot. Now, the spatial theory, maybe cats actually enter into some kind of interdimensional communication during sleep. That means their bodies are lying on Earth, but their minds are traveling to their home planet. Is that why they stare straight at you after waking up? It's as if they're thinking, well, this Earth mission is still going on. 8. Unusual cat physics. You've probably seen cats fall from crazy heights and survive. Something called the righting reflex causes their bodies to always land on their paws. But this goes so far that some scientists have dubbed it extraterrestrial physics, because no other animal is so flexible. Now imagine that this is actually a kind of biological technology, a mechanism that was placed in cats' bodies by the master designers to survive in an environment, even if that environment is an unknown planet. 9. Why are cats more active in the dark? Cats are nocturnal creatures. This has led many to say that night is when cats are in touch with their real world. In European legends, cats were always with witches. The reason was that they were believed to have the power to travel between worlds. Maybe those legends are not so baseless, because science has shown that cats receive energy and sounds at night that we don't even notice. 10. Are we just subjects? The last theory for this section, maybe cats are actually a kind of living camera. Creatures sent to Earth to monitor humans. Think about it. You're always with your cat. It's always watching you, recording your movements, and maybe even transmitting the information directly to somewhere else. Bitter humor. Maybe that's why the internet is full of cat videos. We think we're having fun, but in reality, they're alien databases. Yukuvnine Dilu, 9:30-2025, 12:26 a.m. 11. Electricity and magnetic fields. New research has shown that cats can sense magnetic fields. This ability helps them find their way, even if they are miles away from home. This ability is very similar to that of migratory birds, but in cats, it is on a different level. Some scientists have speculated that cats may have some kind of advanced magnetic receiver. Now the question arises, why would an ordinary pet have such an advanced ability? The answer is simple. This navigation system is designed for interstellar travel. 12. Cats resemble described aliens. Many people who claim to have seen aliens have described them as having large, glowing eyes, silent movements, and mysterious behavior. If you look closely, these descriptions are very similar to cats. Now, perhaps the reason for all these similarities is that cats are actually small representatives of those creatures, a domestic and low-risk version for our study. 13. Healing sounds. The purr of a cat is one of the strangest phenomena. Research has shown that this sound can reduce stress, heal bones, and even regulate blood pressure in humans. The important question, how does a small animal have such strange powers? A controversial theory says that purring is actually a spatial frequency, something like advanced vibrational therapy technologies. That is, cats not only monitor us, but sometimes act as space doctors to treat us. 14. Cats and energy gates. In many cultures, it is believed that cats can see energy gates, the same places that open to other worlds or parallel dimensions. When your cat stands in the middle of your house and stares at a spot, that spot might be the door. Some even believe that cats can decide whether to open or close the door. So your cat might be protecting your home from other creatures right now. Or maybe, on the contrary, inviting them in. 15. The Great Mission. There's an interesting theory that goes like this. Cats are everywhere, from small houses to grand palaces, and they've always been humans' closest companions. Perhaps their main mission is to observe and record human history. Imagine each cat acting like a living recorder. It collects information and sends it back to the main base when it's sleeping or purring. The irony is that we are happily petting them, but at that very moment, a full report of our situation is being sent. Subject number 247 is still lazy, still addicted to YouTube. 16. Folktales and legends. In Japan, there is a legend called Nekomata. a cat whose tail forks after living for several hundred years and gains the ability to control spirits. In Europe, cats have always been magical creatures that accompany witches. In Mexico, they believe that cats can travel to the dream world in their dreams and bring messages from the other world. The point is, all these legends from different cultures emphasize one thing: cats are creatures beyond ordinary animals. 17. Amazing longevity and durability. Cats have an extremely long lifespan compared to their size. Some live up to 30 years, and in harsh conditions, they can survive for long periods without food or water. Such resilience is unusual for a small, ordinary animal. Some scientists joke that cats may have a different factory setting. 18. Do cats choose us? Unlike dogs, which humans domesticated, cats chose to live with us. This is very important, because perhaps the reason was that humans were valuable to their mission. In other words, cats chose us, not we them. 19. Modern reports. In recent years, some informal researchers have reported that cat behavior patterns in cities are very coordinated. For example, at certain times of the night, large numbers of cats gather in certain spots and stare at the sky. Maybe it's a coincidence. Or maybe it's some kind of universal coordination meeting. 20. Conclusion. So, are cats really aliens? There's no definitive proof. But the mix of myths, weird scientific features, and folk tales makes the possibility more intriguing than ever. And let's be honest, even if there's only a 1% chance that your cat is an alien, the next time you see those glowing eyes in the dark, you might want to be a little more polite. If cats are really space, I think they're lucky they're interested in us. Because if they weren't, we'd be cooking for our cosmic masters right now. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, because if the cats see that this video hasn't been viewed, they'll come to you personally.